Hi, hi everyone. I'm Candice Marie Gilligan. This is my friend Travis Loughary. We met on Facebook, and I was having for the guests and stuff, and he's gonna tell us different things, just like what his experience, and then what some chosen topics that he chose for. So go ahead, Travis. We'll hear you.
Well, thanks, Candace.
Yeah,
Pleasure to be on the show. It's been a while since I've been on anything.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, so this is what happens when you retire from things.
Right. I can't wait to
Everything
get that
grows
there.
out, and you look like the man from Borneo.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've had 21 years in search and rescue, 18 years in the fire department. Enjoyed every minute of it.
Wow. Thank you for your service.
Mhm.
I'm impressed. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That's not a problem. I'd still be doing
Yeah.
it if I wouldn't blew my knees out.
Right. Right. I know that we were talking about how like our aspirations and how to
Hmm.
like you said about bettering yourself and advancing with daily knowledge, and I thought that was just such a great topic.
Hmm.
And I just love your insight. What made you choose those things?
Well, basically, I mean, everything's a learning curve. With the way the world's
Mm-hmm.
turning out today, you've got to advance yourself or you're just going to fall behind. And the more that you
Mm-hmm.
falls behind, the worse it's going to get.
Right. Right.
You know,
I definitely want to keep up with the times, right? Mm,
oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you really can't get yourself any farther than where you are unless you
mm,
appeal to it and look and see if there's somewhere more that you can go and do, like a career
right.
change. You know,
Mm,
I'm 47 years old and I had to do a career change. You know, So, I mean, it gets a little rough, but you got to look for something that you're able to do, you can do, and you can advance yourself into doing. So this way you can stay ahead.
mm. Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with that. That's why I try to do a little bit of everything. Just I post like so many things on Facebook, but I just like because my brain kind of wanders. 'Cause I have schizophrenia and high anxiety, but I know what it's like to want to learn things all the time and just do things. That's
Right.
what journal, so it helps me.
Uh-huh.
I have
Yeah.
so many
Because
ideas and so many.
eventually, once we're gone and those journals get out to the kids and your grandkids or whatever, they may be
Yeah.
helpful to explain what it was like then versus
Mhm.
now.
Right, like a time
So,
capsule, right. Yeah, absolutely. That's
yeah, I
amazing. I'm
mean,
so glad. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it just, I used to keep a journal. I actually need to find it. It's around here somewhere in my office here. Um,
Mhm.
but I need to get back to it as well because I mean that's the key to everything. Everybody wants to learn about the past. You want to do archaeology. You got to go to all these classes. You got to take up a little bit of everything. In order to be a
Mhm.
true archaeologist. So I mean, with that being said, it's the same way we're doing anything out in the world right now. I mean, yeah, you can go do retail and be a retail specialist, but you got to have the skills for it. You got to have
Mhm.
different a different type of personality and mindset. You've got to
Mhm.
learn a few things in order to get to where you want to be.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I used to be a retail associate and um I did every department. They say, "Oh, you're just in one department that you're covering." No, it's every department. But so
that's
you
true.
learn like where different aisles and where things are. And that may not everything, but you could say, "Hey, it's in such department," and it might be by say the heaters or whatever, wherever they ever because they move stuff all the time. I mean, they have
Oh,
some aisles that are stationary, but they still have specials.
but yet they never change. They may change the outlet of the store and put the
Mm,
toys in the back of the store, so parents
mm,
will have to take their kids back there. While they're back there, they got to
mm,
go past the food aisle, the clothing aisle,
mm,
the pharmaceutical
mm.
aisle. You know,
Yep.
you think
Yep.
and if you need a car part, oh heaven forbid, you're way in the back corner for that one.
Yep.
You got to
Yep.
traverse the retail jungle just to get back there.
Right. Right. And they position it just so that you could buy everything as you're looking towards going down those aisles toward the back. And that way you're buying like a whole car full while you're back there getting your car an oil change or something. It's
Right.
so
You know,
crazy,
you're going
but
in for a gallon of antifreeze and you walk out with
mm-hmm.
two $100 Xboxes games or,
Yep.
whatever, because, the
Mm-hmm.
kids want that and you got to walk right by there to get to it. Oh, hey, there's a
Right.
special on new flat screen TVs. Let me pick one of those up, even though I don't need it, you know?
Right. Ain't that crazy? It's just I understand. That's how it was. Um,
Yeah.
I worked in like truck and I did sporting goods, even though I was a vegetarian. So it's kind of funny how that happened. So I know what I like, especially holiday season. Oh my gosh, and Black Friday specials. Oh my gosh, people are fighting over a TV or something. I feel so
I got
bad for
lucky.
them.
I haven't had to do any Black Friday shopping in a long time. So,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of
that's good.
sided with the workers on that because I
Mm.
thought that it would be easier for them to have the day off versus my need to go get a
Aw,
brand new TV.
aw,
You
that's
know,
very nice of you. That's very kind of you.
that's why
I got
Cyber Monday is better.
yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. That's right. Cyber Mondays. Yeah, you can be home in bed and order whatever. That's
Oh
nice.
yeah,
Mm.
oh yeah.
I have these glasses. They're like a TV. They're by Roku Max. They're the coolest things I ever bought. You'll see me advertise them all the time, but they're a 3D, uh, 215 inches to 360 inch screen, TV screen inside the
Mhm.
glasses. It's the coolest thing. I'm so happy I bought it. I tried some other models, but this one I decided on. So
The funny part is you can
I'm
take those on a plane
mhm.
and you won't get disturbed by the other passengers as long as you got
Right.
your earphones in.
Hmm.
And they tried that. I think it was just this week they came out with the new translator earbuds. Anyway,
Hmm.
they're AI
Right.
translator earbuds.
Yeah, I
So
do. That'd be cool. Really cool.
yeah,
Now, do they listen to what your phone and everything else like regular earbuds, or is just the translation ones?
from what I understand, they're supposed to do the same.
Oh, that's
So if you
cool. So
hear,
they do
so you
both.
hear a different language, it takes it a minute. Then it'll start talking in English what they were saying.
Huh. That's
So
really cool. Really, really cool.
yeah, I thought that was kind of
Oh,
neat. And it's about time they get that. But the funny part is, TV shows are what is creating technology for today. If you think about it,
mm-hmm.
like Star Trek. Star Trek did the first cell phone. You may not
Right.
realize that, but they did the first cell phone. That was your communicator. And then what was it in 2000? They had these earbuds they put in for translators.
Hmm.
Now we got them 24 years later.
Yeah. An iPad too. I couldn't believe when I saw that
Yeah,
the picture of them when he's doing an iPad. I'm like, wow, I love my iPad. So
yeah,
I don't know how I did life without it, to be honest. I carry that thing everywhere. Now if only I
yeah.
could connect the iPad as a game thing and iPad and
Mm-hmm.
also do the Roku 3D glasses together somehow, make a game system or something. I don't know. Hello, Bill Gates. Here's an idea.
Well, actually, they got that. It's called the Oculus, where
Yeah.
and it's I've got one a while back. It was a Batman one,
Hmm.
and all I had to do was slide my cell phone in, download the game, and my cell phone was the actual video thing. And so
Yeah.
all I had to do was hold a remote in my hand, which connected to my phone via Bluetooth, and
Hmm.
I could play anything. And it was 3D virtual. You were playing the Batman character. When you
Cool.
got hit, you felt it.
Hmm.
I mean,
Wow.
it's all this VR notification stuff.
Right. Huh.
When I go to we got a place out here called the Edge, and they have
Huh.
all kinds of stuff, and they got little VR game that you stand inside of a bowl. You can
Mhm.
actually run around in that bowl in a circle without coming out of the bowl because it's
Okay.
so slick in there for your shoes. So you can
Wow.
actually hold a weapon and run around in there like you're in a Call of Duty game or anything else. I will watch
Huh.
kids try to get the thing to come down to the bowl so they can squat and they rip it off their face by doing it. And it's actually
Oh.
kind of funny because they're trying to duck down. Now they've got these stores now, kind of like an escape room type of place that does the
Mm-hmm.
VR where it's all wireless. You're holding the weapon and you're running around in one room. And it's a bare room and it's a 14 by 14 room. So you can actually, you know, walk around and be on. You'll see them laying on top of cars, but they're laying on the floor. So
Oh
what they're
wow.
trying to do is, it's kind of interesting seeing what you see on the screen that they're doing, and you're
Mm-hmm.
looking in the room to see what they're doing in the room.
Right.
So all this
That's,
VR technology is coming up, which again is contributed to Star Trek because they had the
right.
holodecks.
Holodecks, right? Yes, I remember the holodeck. I love those episodes for the next Star Trek: The Next Generation. They had the
Yeah.
holodeck, and they had like different characters on there from the past too. I think
Mm-hmm.
what Mark Twain or something like that was on there too. It was
Yeah.
really
You
cool.
had Mark Twain. You had the actual first ship Enterprise, which was
Oh,
a fishing vessel from
hmm.
Spain.
Wow.
So it was
That's
really kind of neat to see those trolleys and all that.
hmm. I
So
love just different ideas. In fact, you can send me that link if you can find it. I would love to see
okay.
that Oculus for you because I have a MetaQuest 2, but it's so
Hmm.
heavy on my face that I like the glasses from Roku better. But they don't do
Yeah.
virtual games or anything. They don't do VR, unfortunately. So if they could do like a glass that as light as they
Give
are,
it give it about
in
2
time,
years, and it'll
yeah.
be a regular pair of glasses like these. You'll
Mm-hmm.
have these, and you'll be able to
Mm-hmm.
watch TV or whatever. I mean,
I
47. I
have
got
that.
bifocal now.
I
You'll be
have
able
those,
just to put
but
them on and
mm-hmm.
and just
But it,
just watch TV and do 3D virtual games. I mean, just like you're
yeah.
having a conversation. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look at that movie Ready Player One. They
Yeah, I
had
need to
people
see
on
it.
there with a reversible treadmill. They can run
Oh
forwards, they
wow.
can run backwards, they can spin it
Hmm.
side to side.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. And they had the handrail so they wouldn't fall over anywhere. So yeah, like I
Oh,
said, I
there we go.
mean, you've got all the technology out there,
Hmm.
and the movies are portraying the technology, but yet they're never getting a cut for the technology.
Right. Right.
I mean, look how advanced our microwaves have gotten since 1950 when they first came out.
Right. Hmm.
You know, now you've got those convection ovens that you can put the ingredients in, and it creates your meal while you're at work.
That's really cool. Really cool.
So, like I said, I mean, with technology advancing like it is, we're going to have to step up and do the same thing. That's why I was saying
Right.
earlier, when we were talking
Right.
earlier, you've got to learn something every day to stay up with the times, or the times are
Hmm.
going to get away from you, and
Yeah.
then we're just going to be another George Washington or Abraham Lincoln, or we're going to be way out of our time before we're even out of our time.
Yeah, I just loved when we were messaging a little bit how you said you wanted to better yourself and advance yourself daily with knowledge. And I just thought that was just the absolute perfect answer. I'm just like, that's kind of what I want to kind of do is to
Yeah,
advance a little bit every day. Just kind of work on what I want to do a little bit every day. Like whether it's be
yeah.
Zen
I mean,
Academy or some stuff.
hmm yeah. I mean, it's just easy. It's always easy just to pick up a book, look at a book,
Mm-hmm.
read a book, learn something new. Or if you got time, take a new college course. You know, it doesn't matter what you do. You could take a course into something else. My brother is taking business management, and he's retired
Hmm.
at 47. Of course, he's
Oh,
medically
wow.
retired. He
Okay.
was a diesel mechanic, and his rotator
Mm-hmm.
cuffs, and he's had a couple knee replacements.
Oh,
So with that, he's had to retire from being a mechanic. So he's
right.
going into the other side of it for business management. So he's taking the
Cool.
different classes because he doesn't want to be done.
Right. Right.
So I mean,
And,
with that being said, we all need to do what we can to do ourselves better. I mean,
right.
in the division that I'm in now, I run a truck company,
Oh,
and
wow.
look what they're doing for truckers now. They got the autonomous trucks. Can I
Mm-hmm.
afford one? No,
Right.
but in 5 years, they're going to be everywhere.
Hmm.
Walmart's already got them out doing deliveries to their DCs.
Oh, wow. That's
So I mean,
lightning, very lightning.
well, yeah, I mean, you just cost 50,000 drivers their job by putting 50,000
Mhm.
autonomous trucks out there. Now,
Right.
Japan has got it, and Japan's had it for 20 years. But what Japan's doing with it is they're putting a driver in there. So this way, somebody is inside the vehicle monitoring what it's doing during the drive time hours. And it's able to hook and unhook that trailer and pull the fifth wheel handle and everything else that the truck just can't do.
Well, that's good. I mean, that they're not sacrificing the driver. They're actually, I mean, they're having both combination. That's a really good combination. Then, if I wish
Yeah,
we could kind of afford it over here to where they do have a driver, I mean, driverless, but the driver's still there to if anything goes wrong or needs help or the robot don't
yeah,
understand or whatever. That's really cool.
yeah.
To
There's
hand, hand,
there's
hand, hand.
I seen at the last convention they had a new truck that was there. The driver's seat was in the middle. There's a bed in the back, and all the comforts is at home. There's even a bathroom in the truck now. So this way, the driver, if he could turn it on autonomous and let it drive itself, and he can run back and use the bathroom. You know,
Wow, that's amazing. That's very amazing.
so I mean,
There's your own porta
this way,
potty.
yeah, yeah. I just don't want to be the one to drain those things like an RV.
Right. Right. Exactly. I used
Got
to have an
cousin Eddie.
RV.
Yep, yep, yep. It's like
So I
cousin Eddie
understand.
on Christmas,
Right.
putting it down the sewer. But yeah, I like I said, I mean, there's current stuff to be learning all the time. Like I said, I run a truck company now. I'm the head dispatcher and customer service for it, so I deal with everything with it. I deal with the customers, I deal with the drivers, I deal with every aspect of it. And I report to the owner. So
Hmm.
I mean, as long as he's making money, we're all making money. And
Right.
and with the
Right.
new election being done, trucking industry is about to go boom, big time, because we're going to be back
Cool.
at it for another 4 years.
Good. Good.
So I mean, that's why I was saying earlier. With the trucking industry, you have to have somewhat, you got to somewhat go into politics
Mm.
because the Republicans will have you on one side, and they'll keep you working, and then the Democrats will cut some things. They'll have you working, but not nearly as much. But
Mm.
again, that's everybody's opinion, and
Mm.
everybody can go yes or no on any of that. So that's why I
Right.
don't talk that portion of what I do.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
but all in all, I mean, like I said, you got to stay on top of things in order to better yourself and stay with things. This way, if you're going to have a conversation like you and I are doing, and you're wanting to learn about those new Oculus and all those new VR stuff that's coming out,
Mhm.
if somebody sees it, pass it along, get
Yeah.
educated on it. I mean, because that's our
Hmm.
future right there. You
Right.
know,
Yeah, I would love to learn. I would love to because somebody else might want to see something cool too. And
yeah.
they might get an idea or spark or. Hmm.
Look at it from 40 years ago when we had our first Nintendo growing up. Our first
Right.
computer growing up. I mean, Generation X was the first one to have a computer. The
Mm.
boomers didn't have it. The boomers grew up with a
Uh,
knowledge of, well, this ain't gonna take off. Well, it took off. You know,
mm.
and now look at our next generation is going to be dealing with AIs.
Mm. Yep.
So, but yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
like the AI. Mhm. Yep.
so like I said, you just got to stay on top of things and get current with it. So this way, you're not left out in the dark on what it is that you have to do or need to do and things like that.
Hmm. Right. Right. I just I'm so blown away just like with the AR lately. I make some videos with AI and I just put in like a couple of prompts like I want a story like about Wonder Woman and it is made the whole video by itself and they said if you want like have people talk the voiceover and there's different voices to pick from and just different things. It just like it just creates it just as some simple questions, this is amazing. It blows my mind. So
Yeah,
that's something I would definitely. I love creating, so it's just so fun.
yeah, and with the new AI stuff that's coming out and the new, I mean, look at the 3D printers they got out. I mean,
Hmm.
that's a big win. I mean, they're
Mm.
using it on metal now, so you can create more car parts and things
Wow.
that airplane parts and stuff like that. So I mean,
That's amazing.
it just the technology is advancing so quick. We have to stay on top of.
Mm.
Otherwise we're gonna have like the Terminator show up.
Right, right. Yeah, we'll be done.
And the worst part is people would see those and think, "Oh, they're just shooting a movie." Yeah, okay, that ain't a movie.
Right, right, right.
Who was it? I think
That's
it was last year. I heard a report in one of the science magazines that two different people created two different AIs and
oh
decided to
wow.
bridge them together. And within 5 minutes, they had to shut them down. They had to kill them
Oh
because
no.
within 5 minutes, not only did they said that they got to know each other in 5 seconds. In 30 seconds, they created their own language. In a minute and a half, they had already created their own dystopia on how things should be ran and rules and regulations on what needs to be done to sustain certain life. So yeah, they when they got the final report of it, they had to terminate the whole thing.
Oh my god. I can't believe that within 5 minutes. That is I mean it's so
Yeah.
wow. That's so crazy. But so for the way how it's happened, that's amazing though. In five
Well,
minutes.
like I
Like
said, I
something can
mean,
happen.
and in 30 seconds, things can be altered. I mean, in my line of work
Mm-hmm.
as a intermodal trucking company, my job changes every 15 minutes. I can
Mm-hmm.
have a load being going to, let's say, Singapore, China, and all of a sudden now we're going to France. So they
Mm.
can just turn around and then I've got to redo everything and I've got to reset everything. And then it takes me 2 hours to change what they did in less than 5 minutes.
Wow. That's
So,
amazing.
I've got to
I can
cancel it,
believe.
talk to another
Yeah.
steamship line, try to get
Mm.
booking on a different ship, stuff like
Mm.
that. It takes me 2 hours that they decided that, oh, well, they don't want it here anymore. We want it somewhere else. So,
Wow.
yeah, like I said, you got to really stay on top of everything in order to make
Mm.
sure that, you're in the right frame. You know
Right.
what's going on. You know how to
Right.
deal with it. Because the last thing you want to do is be a dinosaur
Yeah.
and not remember anything. You know,
Right. Mm.
when computers first came out, that was my first degree. When I graduated high school,
Mm.
I graduated with a degree in computer science. You know,
Wow.
so with that being said, everything that I did for coding and learning everything then is so far
Mm.
advanced now. I'm a dinosaur. I couldn't
Mm.
go back to it.
Hmm.
So
I'm sure you probably pick it right up. You're so gifted as far as just from talking to you for a while. You're just a very amazing person, very
well,
inspirational.
thank you. Well, like I
Absolutely,
said,
absolutely.
everybody needs a little push into getting into something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and with that being said, I challenge everybody listening and watching to do something different, do something new, check out
Mm-hmm.
something, visit something. I mean, there's so much in this world to do that you can easily, change things for the better or for the worse or however you need to do it. You can
Mm.
change things just by applying it and learning what you need to do.
Right. Okay. That's absolutely sound advice, and I love that about you. Thank you so much for having me. Uh,
Well, it's not a
That is
problem. Thank you
amazing
for
advice.
having me on.
Absolutely. Well, you have a wonderful evening, Mr. Travis. Thank you for
Yes,
being my
ma'am.
Facebook friend. And I'm gonna have everybody have a good night. This is on a Sunday, December 8th, 2024, and you'll be seeing us right on Phoenix TV very soon. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
great night, Travis. Thank
You
you.
too. Bye.
Bye.